Hello, welcome in or welcome back to my channel. My name is Deb from TBRathon. This is my furry sidekick Kylie, and it's time to use Prompt Ball to create my February TBR. I sat down to film and Kylie decided she had to be part of it, so she's going to be a little bit in the way, but we're going to work around her because, you know, can't say no to this face. Anyway, if you're not familiar, Prompt Ball is my TBR game. It is a gumball machine full of reading prompts, and I have to pick books to go with the prompt. If I get duplicate colors, I have to pick extra. It's pretty self-explanatory. You'll figure it out as we go along. But talking about January, I did just finish my January TBR, so I'm very happy with that. There was one book that I was starting to worry I wasn't going to get to, but then I needed an audiobook. It was perfect timing, and we finished. So no punishments this time. If I can find them behind the Kylie, we will be starting with 5 quarters. Okay, buddy, I need quarters. I feel the quarters. Oh, I spilled the quarters. It's all good. You just stay there. It's fine. Okay, we've got 5 to start with. Oh, you gonna get down now? Okay. She decided this part's not as fun as showing up in the intro, so she's gone. She spilled 7 quarters. Hopefully that's not a sign we need 7 extra quarters. All right, February is a month for romance. In as much as I read romance, it's a short month. I am hoping for a short TBR stack. I have definitely some buddy reads to get to. Maybe I can fit some of them into the TBR. I definitely have reading plans. Hopefully I can fit some of those in. We'll see. But without further ado, let's get to prompt number 1. We are starting off with green. And from the 52 Book Club, this is a title that starts with the letter M. That should not be too hard. Okay, we're starting off with a nice easy prompt. The prompt is to read a book starting with M, and this one's from the 52 Book Club. I am going to do myself a favor, start things off easy with Murder by Other Means by John Scalzi. This is book 2 in a series of 3 novellas, so it's nice and short to match the short month. It is set in a world where being murdered resets you. So when you die 99.9% of the time, you come back. And honestly, I have not read this series in a while, so I don't remember that many details beyond the premise, but I think our main character is in a tough spot. He needs to figure out what's going on around him when he starts being implicated in some deaths, as I've looked at the synopsis. So I'm looking forward to reading this one. For prompt number 2, another green, so we're off to a great start with duplicates. And it is a book published by Simon & Schuster. Next up, we got another easy prompt. It is a book published by Simon & Schuster. I always have some sitting around, so it shouldn't be a hard one. And I've decided to lean into the romance of February, kind of. The book that I'm going to choose for this one is How to Kill a Guy in 10 Dates by Shaylee Thompson. This is a gifted audiobook arc that I have from Simon Audio, and it comes out on February 3rd. I am hoping to read it at the very start of the month. It is also the first Literally Dead book club book pick for the year, which is great as well. And I would like to be able to participate in discussion around this one. This one is a horror/rom-com. Seems like an interesting mashup. There is some sort of slasher event happening at a speed dating event, and I am very intrigued to check this one out. Prompt number 3. Purple. From the 52 Book Club, I need a book published in 2025, another easy one. Starting off with a duplicate on prompt 2 had me a little bit worried, but the game seems to be giving us some really easy prompts because published in 2025, I've got so many books that came out in 2025 that I did not get to in 2025. For this one, I decided again to go a little bit in the romance direction with a romantasy and a sequel that I need to get to, and that is Princess of Blood by Sarah Holly. This is book 2 in the Shards of Magic series. This is the follow-up to Servant of Earth, and I've been eagerly anticipating this one, and I'm really sad that I haven't gotten to it yet. I really enjoyed Servant of Earth. It's one that has stuck with me over time. We were following a human character who is kind of an outcast amongst the humans, and then she winds up in the Fae realm where humans are treated really badly. And the world was super rich. I enjoyed learning about the different houses forces of this realm. The trials aspect of this one had some interesting twists to it, so I'm eager to see where book 2 goes. When it comes to the romance side of the romantasy, there was one relationship that felt a little too insta-lovey for me, but there were other prospects going on, and I'm eager to see what direction this takes. Prompt number 4. Red. A friend pick. For a friend pick, the lovely Brie at Four Paws in a Book agreed to pick me a book. And she picked the perfect book originally. And unfortunately, I'd already read it. This is a challenge for the friend in this situation more than it is for me to read a friend pick. But we did settle on something I am very excited for, and that is Conform by Ariel Sullivan. This is a dystopian romance and the start of a new trilogy. Dystopian romance is something I hadn't really read a ton of before until this last year, and I found myself really enjoying it, so that has me intrigued. Maybe slightly less so is the fact that there seems to be a love triangle situation. That's not usually for me, but it talks about how the main character is torn between two men and two different sides of the rebellion, and I think a rebellion and complications in terms of where loyalties need to lie sounds like something that could definitely be up my alley. This one is a buddy read being hosted by Cassidy at Covers with Cassidy and Mel at Melanor Reads as part of their Patreon, and I'm really looking forward to reading this and being able to discuss it with everyone. And for our final 5th regular quarter, another green, so 2 duplicates. I suppose it could have been worse. Maybe. Well, this is really convenient. A book from the library. I am literally going to the library after I film this. As I mentioned, I am about to go to the library to pick up some books, but that doesn't mean I don't already have some library books sitting around that I need to read. So the next prompt to read a book from the library was very easy. On top of that, I pretty much try to pick up audiobooks from my library as a primary source a lot of the time, so I had many options. But the one that I'm going to go with, because I am super intrigued by it, is Alice Chan is Dead by Lian Zhang. This one made it to a few different lists as a top read of 2025 for people. I also saw other people not enjoying it. So I am really intrigued to figure out what's going on. This was a Literally Dead Book Club pick that I didn't get to last year. All I really know about this one is we are following Julie, and her twin sister has died. She winds up in the world of her twin sister, who was a popular, I think, influencer, and it goes from there. Okay, we got 3 greens, which means we had 2 duplicates, so I've got 2 more quarters to go. First, bonus prompt. Now we get a blue. A Friend's 5-star. We do have to do 2 bonus prompts, which isn't ideal, but not too bad also. And the first prompt we got was really, really easy, and that is a Friend's 5-star pick. That's because all of my friends have top books of 2025 lists out currently, and that gave me a multitude of things to pick up. But the one that I'm going to go with is one that was highly praised by Sarah at Wicked Reading. I love her content. I love her horror bingo. You've seen my TBR for that. And the book that she had at the top of her list, singing its praises, is one that I've been eager to get to. So it was an easy pick. And that is Burial Tide by Neil Sharpson. Neil Sharpson is the author of Knock Knock Open Wide, a book that I absolutely loved 2 years ago. It made my top list that year, and that meant when I saw he had a new book coming out, I immediately was excited to read it. This cover also, I mean, how attention grabbing is that? The blurb on the back says, "On an eerily quiet island off the coast of Ireland, a woman with no memory claws her way out of her grave and back to life, but not everyone welcomes the return of Mara Fitch." It sounds like this has a creepy setting. I believe it ties in some like Irish lore, and I am just so eager to get this one into my reading. And hopefully our final quarter. All right, from Around the Year in 52 Books. This is a long one, but basically reading from an author again that you enjoyed but haven't read in a long time. So that's going to take some thought. And last but not least, I have a book from an author you've enjoyed in the past and haven't read in a while. And I may be stretching this one a little bit, probably, definitely, because I'm putting a reread in. But it is an author I really, really enjoy and haven't read in a while, at least a couple years. So that is Jazz by Toni Morrison. This book has seen better days. It is all lined up. I read this, I think, for school originally. I have lots of things underlined. I'm looking forward to revisiting it because I remember absolutely loving it. And it is our February pick for the Classics Buddy Read. I know I'm blinding you with this one. I'm not sure how to hold it to avoid that. But it is actually listed on Goodreads as a follow-up to Beloved, which is another Toni Morrison book that I've really, really enjoyed and have read a little more recently. I did not realize there was a connection between them, quite honestly. I don't think I read them in order. Back in high school, we all had to pick an author, and Toni Morrison was the author I chose, and we had to read 5 of their books, I think, over the course of the year and do presentations and so forth, and I absolutely fell in love with her writing, so I'm looking forward to rereading this. So that's it for my prompt ball TBR. Not too bad looking for a short month. I think I can do this one. I, of course, have more that I am planning to read during the month. In terms of buddy reads for the Vampire Academy read-along, we have moved on to the Bloodlines series, the spin-off series, and I did actually get Bloodlines, the first book, into my weekend challenge vlog this month, so I only have one more book because we do 2 books per live show, and the one I still need to get to is the Golden Lily. This is the spin-off series, which gives us a bit of a bigger glimpse of the world and some of the things outside of the academy setting and outside of the kind of vampires themselves. And I really enjoyed book 1, so I look forward to this one. I believe the live show is scheduled for the first weekend of February, if I'm not mistaken. So that is coming up. If you plan to join us, please do. I, of course, always have some arcs to get to, but to name a few that are new to my shelf with upcoming release dates, I have Songbird of the Sorrows from the Dial Press. This is by Brady Otto and has a February 3rd release date. I have Dollface by Lindy Ryan. This is from Minotaur and it has a February release date, I believe, around the 24th. I could be very wrong about that. And I have Hell's Heart by Alexis Hall. This is from Tor. It has a March release date, I believe early March. Again, could be wrong with that, but looking forward to this one. That cover just grabs me every time. For Buzzwordathon, we needed a key off a keyboard in the title, and this one was hard. I went through so many options trying to find something that actually is already on my TBR. And the book that I'm settling on is I Leave It Up to You by Ji-Woo Chong. This is one I've heard good things about. It's been compared, I believe, to a fictional account related to the nonfiction of Crying in H Mart, and it has up. Up is a key on a keyboard. That's as close as I could get. And then for the cover challenge, it's to find a silhouette, and for that one, I'm going with Stillhouse Lake because you have the boat in silhouette and the person on there, no features, defining features. This is by Rachel Kane. It's a gifted copy I received from Cassidy. It covers with Cassidy quite a while back, and I've been needing to get to it ever since. It's also on one of my bingo boards, so this is helping me out in multiple ways. My neighbors have decided to play some really super loud, annoying music, so we're gonna see if this works. Otherwise, I might have to refilm this ending. But the last thing I wanted to go over is the map of stories. This is part of Leandra at Leandra the TBR Zeros TBRathon. I'm doing one stop on the map each month as it's kind of set up with 12 stops. And the second stop I'm going to be visiting is the romance stop, which is Maple Tree Township. For this one, I am planning to read The Isle in the Silver Sea by Tasha Suri. The prompt for this one is LGBTQIA author. I believe this is correct for this book. It is a stunning Illumicrate edition. The blurb inside says it is a standalone romantasy of sapphic longing, medieval folklore, and a love that spans the centuries. For the prompt to read a book with exactly 2 people on the cover, bear with me for a moment. I'm planning to read Twelfth Night by Alexine Farrell-Fulmuth. This one is not matching the prompt, but I will pop up a copy of the audiobook cover that I have, and that one works. This is a YA romance. I don't generally pick up a lot of contemporary romance for YA, but this one is tied into gaming and fun things like that. I thought it would be a fun one to check out. It's a gifted copy I received from Tor. And lastly, for this, I have the prompt to read something recommended by a booktuber, and I am going with Leandra herself. In her favorites video, she mentioned Princess of Blood, which I've already added to my TBR, as you saw, so that works out perfectly for this one. In terms of my content this month, I am planning to probably still pick up some more booktuber favorites. I'm definitely planning to do a vlog dedicated to reading some of my romance picks for the month, probably tied to the TBRathon weekend, which is coming up. I believe it's the 7th and 8th of February. I also have some just general fun vlogging plans, some projects, some things to get done. So I hope you will be joining me on those adventures. Let me know in the comments below, have you read any of these books? What would have you picked for any of these prompts? Let me know all the things. And if you've made it this far and you don't have anything to comment, leave me a heart-related emoji of some sort for the month of romance. If you could hit that like button below, I would surely appreciate it. And subscribe if you're interested in my romance reading journey, my book reviews, and my bookish content in general. But for now, I'll leave you here and see you real soon in a new video.